Welcome. Let me set slow mode on like I always do. Um, where I live is currently lunchtime. I wasn't gonna record this at lunch, but let me make sure I'm not muted real quick, chat. I know this is probably gonna mess up. Okay. I fucked up my. Okay. Let me do that. So, we have a lot to do today, chat. Let me check my live one more time. Alright, we're good. Alright, chat. So we have some videos ranging from 5 minutes to 26 minutes, chat. Alright? And also, first things first, I want to show you guys my Minecraft world. I finally built that Among Us character that I was trying to build. I might do some promos and, shout out the person. I had to learn it from a tutorial. No, they did not help me physically, but, I just learned it from the tutorial. Everything else on my Minecraft server, I built by myself. Okay, chat? So, let me show you guys what is on my Minecraft real quick. Y'all ain't gonna believe me when I tell you I built all this by myself. So it's currently lunchtime where I'm at. I don't know if I said that already. Probably did though. Let's go to Minecraft builds. I currently have my lunch. So if y'all see me eating something off camera, if you see me eating something, that's my lunch. And I know you guys are dying to know what I'm eating. Biscuitios and meatballs. Pretty classic. Um, so let me just get in my Minecraft. Let me put my phone here. Put my Minecraft's still loading. Fun facts. Alright, let me set you guys on my arm. Very good, you guys can see that. So let me go around. So I just bone milled this tree and put glass on it, called it decorations, made the roller coaster myself. I made Technoblade myself. I did promise you guys I would read these signs and I never ended up reading them. Uh, this is one of my teachers. Kyle Ream, we will miss you. Go be a teacher / Mr. R. Wednesday, November 26th, 2 p.m., 2:45 to 2:45 p.m. His last day. Our class. Have fun being a teacher. It was supposed to say in our class, though. And yes, I purposely said his name wrong. I'm not doxing him. So, let me show y'all what the roller coaster does. So, for any of y'all that are new, oh yeah, if I'm gonna try to release this to the public, and if anyone ends up in my world or joins my world, you just find you're gonna find some random stuff. Like in here, there's some random stuff right here. My old account is Pickles the Rapper. I'm talking about my JE. My JE is Pickles the Rapper. My TikTok is Pickles _the_ rapper. My YouTube is Pickles the Rapper, made by Pickles the Rapper. Congratulations, you picked the safe side. As y'all can see, there's rainbow sheep and a lot of animals in here because, why not? It's beautiful. Cool, I put my grain cart in that chest. Did you guys activate the lava trap? No, of course you did. Of course you did. Where's my minecarts? Where's my minecarts? And give me a bow. Give me a bow and mine carts. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Actually, yeah. Somebody call 911. Shawty's in the. Can I fish this guy out? No, no, you're not escaping. Get in there and get in the lobby. You deserve it. So I want to show y'all my YouTube shit first. Y'all know what I mean? There, take that. Boink. I'm just gonna end up shooting the button from now on. Alright. Oh, sorry, did that wrong. There we go. Now we have our... Now, let's go in our... Hold on. Alright, go ahead. Go ahead. And for me, I gotta go ahead. As you can see, it's a calm roller coaster. You go up here. You see the Among Us as you pass by. Isn't that cool? That's what I made. You see the Among Us as you pass by. You know, there's no roller coaster going closer to it. You see the skeleton. You go over. Oh my god, I messed this up so bad, bro. I messed it up. Alright. Oh, I don't think we hit those. Oh, good, an iron golem. Face your doom. You know, it's hard to look at stuff when I was trying to show you the main point. Over here is our built-in furnace, whereas everything has actual furnaces inside of it. It does not auto smelt. There's some TNT. Be careful with a flame bow. If you're wondering what are the spawners, these spawners are cat spawners, just in case creepers decide to spawn on my platforms. And no, I haven't made torches. This is a lever. You can either go to the end. If that lever is hit, you either go to the end or you can go past. And once you go past, you know, there's more to the roller coaster. I'm so glad I'm so glad I made it drop. That way if you hit the wall, you go back. My god. I guess I gotta do it myself. You know what, screw this. And it goes down, it drops too, so that way if you fall, you hit that, and yeah, you don't have to go back that much. This one also drops, which is fun. Wait. Trying to shoot the minecart. Come on. Well, now I can't shoot it. Go. Oh my god. Shoot. 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 There we go. Go. Now. That's for you. You go. My god. Siren Golem can't stay in one place. Alright. Let me hit you so you can just do that. Yeah, dude, my name is Crush, and I crush these people at the game. Yeah, dude. Anyways, since there is a mana function, you go up here. I promise you, it's not always like this. Hold on. Wait, wait. Data. Oh, I hit that perfectly. As you can see, there is a kitty cat up here. Hold on. Let me make sure there's no one else up here. Nope. No. 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 Oh, wait, did we hit that? Shit. Ouch. Okay. We can. I promise you we can hit that. Yeah. Yeah. Boom. Wait, did we hit that? Did we hit those? Oh, we hit those! Honestly, I can fly. I just wanted to be impressive. Cause ladies, calm down. Calm down, ladies. Ladies, calm down. I'm just gonna photo kitty cat just in case. I said that's not what I wanted to happen. Can I break us out of our own minecart? There we go. Yeah, I could. Now, where's our other angle at? There we go. Yeah, here you are. Let me just smack you. There. Now you got a crack. Come on, you can do it. Yay! Yay! Wait, can we hit those? Oh, we hit those! Imagine getting flustered by a cat. Wait, can a cat fluster someone? I'm sorry, were there like 3? What's in here? Alright, let me help you out, kitty. I need some more help? Yeah, I probably do. You did it! Yay! Now if you get stuck up here, I can push this one. In case you get stuck. Yeah. Okay. I guess I don't need that one. Wait, are you coming in here? Hold on. Fun fact, you can actually do this and clutch with a minecart. Did y'all know you can actually clutch with a minecart? Oh, wait. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Hold on, let me fix you. That way you have an independent doom. Go. Get up there. Now. Now. Oh wait, that's the cat. Yoink. Trick shot. Wait. And it still goes that way. Okay, so it does fall into the void. Also, here's our little water source. You shoot. It goes to the void. Oh, from actually goes to the void. Meow. 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 Alright. There, now that is a issue that I don't need to solve. Are you getting stuck? Yes, you are. Now I'm running the gangways. Jump the top gate, hit a hallway, into the 5th floor. Now I'm at this place. Give me an out of breath. And this side over here, we'd actually perfectly in the eye. That's an Among Us chat. As I said, this is all I really had to show for. I had to watch this tutorial on how to build the Among Us. I built that by myself. I built it by myself. I just had to watch the tutorial how to build it. I built that out of my brain. I built that just purely out of my brain. The whole roller coaster and fences thing was purely out of my brain. The lava parkour came from my brain. The pumpkin, that Technoblade, the way I made him came out of my brain. That house came from my brain. The TNT house, the furnace house, the wall, the tree, the water bucket, the lava bucket, rock, paper, scissors. Basically, and the spawn point. Basically saying, chat, I had to watch a tutorial on how to build it, but chat, I use my own mind and my own way on how to build everything else. Like, I use my own mind and my own tutorial with my own brain. Basically saying, chat. Is what I'm saying. And as you can see, there is a little area where you can look out and see the animals. And this is the path leading in. I forgot bows aren't like swords at all. There we go. Anyways, saying I do not want these. You guys can have that. Let me go check on my Thanksgiving turkey. How many of those? I don't know if I took damage. Well, I mean, great. I hope I didn't take damage. Oh, we're actually right here. Yeah. Oh, it's a family of pigs. Yeah, I killed your mom. Loser. Me and the devil walking side by side. Crap. We want to go this way. Because this way is shorter there. Ouch. Alright. As y'all can see, I'm really good for roller coasters. Alright. Let's push you in. Let's see how that goes. Does that work right? Hey, let's go. Now, if this ever happens again, ain't going, we'll be ready. Nope, wrong block. Now we can be like that. Crap. There we go. So what we're gonna do is this. Place a button next to it. Get a bow and shoot that, and then be ready. Because, you know, mama ain't raised no dumb. Oh wait, we should probably. You know, I'm gonna delete these ones because I already know. Once I put this torch down, he's gonna go. Just because I activated it. Oh. Oh shit. Thought he was, but okay. Okay. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Perfectly okay. Okay. Now this is an official part of the roller coaster. Why? Don't know. Because, you know, it can trap. But here we go. What? Why? What? I will let you on. Okay. Oh, you guys are right next to it too. That is crazy. I didn't even know you were there. That's insane. Chad, you don't know how risky this actually is. There we go. Now, does it work? Yes. It works. Okay, chat. I'm gonna eat more of my food. Well, chat, let's go on to the videos I wanted to show y'all. Or, this is showing you my Minecraft. This is showing you my Minecraft. Alright. When your mom hears you listening to Juice WRLD.
What is that smell? You ain't hear me, little boy? What you laughing for? What's in the bag? Don't tell me I hear drinking! And it's strong as fuck.
Alright, chat, let's watch the videos. I was just doing something. I was watching one of my recommended, and I didn't want to get copyright for the songs that were playing, so I had to mute, because I didn't want to get copyrighted by Juice, because it was playing Juice WRLD and XXX, so I didn't want to get copyright. Chat. Hold on.
I admit it, another hoe got me finished. Broke my heart, oh no you didn't. Fuck sipping, I'ma down a whole bottle. Hard
Liquor,
hard truth can't swallow. Need a bartender, put me out my sorrow. Wake up the next day in the Monte Carlo with a new woman. Tell me shit from Colorado when she love.
Oh wait, you can't get copyrighted by Juice WRLD. Okay, I forgot.
All this jealousy and agony that
Cause I played Juice WRLD. I played Juice WRLD yesterday during a live.
I just want real love.
Guess it's been a minute.
Pissed off from the way that I don't fit in. I'm pushing. I don't fit in. Tell me what's the secret to love. I don't get it. Feel like I be running a race. I'm now winning. Ran into the devil today and she grinning. It's a hook, right? Alright. Hook. Yeah. There I am, my friend. Love. Heart. These girls are the same. They're right in my brain. Love, think I need a change before I go insane. Love, all girls are the same.
Hey,
They're right in my brain. Love,
sing it, Juice.
think I need change before I go in. Read that.
Before I go in up.
These girls are inside. All girls are the same.
Hey,
They're right in my brain.
okay.
Think I need a change before I go insane. Love, all
Girls are the same.
They're
You're right in my brain.
Think I need a
Change.
before I go insane. Love. You got a break right after that? I was gonna make one. I'll do it now. You wanna write it or I just don't work on it now? Alright. And this bitch. Hey bro, sit up, Real like Thanksgiving. I admit it, another hoe got me tripping. Love, these hoes are the same. These hoes are the same. Wait till he mixes this shit, bro. Oh, I know, yeah. He's finna have this man cold. I admit it, another hoe got me finished. Broke my heart, oh no you didn't. Fuck sipping, I'ma down a whole bottle. Hard liquor, hard truth can't swallow. Need a bartender, put me out my sorrow. Wake up the next day in the Monte Carlo with a new woman. Tell me shit from Colorado when she love women. Should be gone by tomorrow, am I kidding? All this jealousy and agony that I sit in. I'm a jealous boy, really feel like John Lennon. I just want a real love, guess it's been a minute. Pissed off from the way that I don't fit in. Got me finished, broke my heart, oh no you didn't. Fuck sipping, I'ma down the whole bottle. Hard liquor, hard truth can't swallow. Need a bartender, put me out my sorrow. Wake up the next day in the Monte Carlo with a new woman. Tell me shit from Colorado when she love women. Should be gone by the minute. Another hoe got me finished. Oh no you didn't. Fuck sipping, I'ma down the whole bottle. Hard liquor, hard truth can't swallow. Need a bartender, put me out my sorrow. Wake up the next day.
W. Everyone spam W. School. Dress codes are insane.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need. Right then. If I told you there was a place where grown adults spend their whole day obsessing over teenagers' shoulders, knees, and feet, you'd
Hey, yo.
If I told you there was a place where grown adults spend their whole day obsessing over teenagers' shoulders, knees, and feet, you'd
Okay.
probably think I was describing some weird cult or Diddy's house. But no, I'm talking about school.
Or a pedophile. When you throw something at your friend, but it hits someone else.
Because apparently, even with all the problems that exist at school, kids that look like they haven't been clean since the Cold War,
What?
smoking Smarties,
Oh!
the thing schools have decided to focus on is making sure that no one can see your shoulders. School
Okay.
dress codes are genuinely insane, and today I'm breaking down the most ridiculous ones and how funny the difference between dress codes for girls is versus boys. Let's start out with what might be the freakiest dress code of all time: the war on shoulders. I genuinely
Hold on.
don't know who lived
Hold on. Chat. It's a garbage man, chat. Mind you, these garbage men make more. Oh, it's an orange car. And look at that cool little car. Look at it. Look at it. That is a cool car. That is a cool garbage truck too. Chat, I remember in one of my live streams, there was someone reverse walking.
human shoulder one day and thought to themselves, yeah, if we let a girl walk into school showing these off, no boys are going to be able to focus. Because schools will literally pull students out of class mid-lesson, all because they're wearing a tank top. And the excuse is always the same: it's distracting to the other students. Distracting who? Who is sitting in algebra getting distracted by shoulders? Has anyone in the history of school ever been like, you know, I was trying to do the quadratic formula, but then I saw Sarah's shoulders and now I can't focus? No. That has never happened. Not once in human history, except to my homie Greg, because he has a weird shoulder fetish. But leave him out of this. Here's where it gets even more ridiculous, though. Some schools have dress code violation shirts that they make you wear if you break the rules. And the funny thing about it is, I remember being in middle school one time. It was like 95 degrees outside. The AC barely worked inside our schools. And by barely worked, I mean we didn't have AC. So the classrooms felt like saunas. Everyone is sweating. And on one of these brutally hot days, a girl in my class wore a tank top. Makes sense, right? The classrooms are super hot. She's not trying to have a heat stroke while learning about the Revolutionary War. Seems
Okay.
like a reasonable decision for a human being that's trying to survive. But nope. She gets told by her teacher that her shirt violates her school dress code, and she needs to go to the office to get a new shirt that's appropriate. So she embarrassingly does the walk of shame out of class and goes to the office. And a couple minutes later, she comes back with this giant, oversized t-shirt that says dress code violation on it. But here's the best part. The shirt they gave her was so big and baggy that it kept falling off her shoulder. So she got dress coded for showing her shoulders, and the punishment was putting on a shirt that showed even more of her shoulders. The shirt they give you is literally meant to shame you. They're out here making kids wear the educational equivalent of a dunce cap, all because they're showing their shoulders. And the part that sucks about this is everyone knows that school isn't about learning or anything like that. No, the main purpose of school is to show off your best outfits. So
Yeah.
out in your Prada t-shirt to wearing an XXXL gym shirt, that's devastating. So if you don't want to get dress coded for showing your shoulders, well, wear something to just cover it up, right? Well, no, because here comes the second most ridiculous dress code rule of all time, which is the hoodie. For some reason, schools are absolutely terrified of hoodies. Like, genuinely scared. Schools act like you putting your hood up is the equivalent of pulling out the ray gun from Call of Duty. I remember one time, a kid in my class literally got detention for just putting his hood up. The same punishment you'd get for skipping class or cheating on a test. And why is this dress code a rule in the first place? Security reasons. Because they need to see your face, right? But what does that even mean? Do you think someone is going to try impersonating another person by putting a hoodie on? I promise you that if a school intruder sneaks onto my campus, putting a hoodie on over their head is not going to be a good enough disguise. Unless all the people working at the school just have the IQ of Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Not parrot,
Recognize
platypus.
someone unless they're wearing their signature outfit. Banning hoodies in school was genuinely...
Oh yeah, I forgot to show you who we're actually reacting to. We're reacting to Tyler. We're gonna be reacting to I'm having a stroke, chat. We're reacting to the Gentle Parenting Crisis. We're reacting to Tyler again, and then we're reacting to Zed. So we have like 4 more. So let's go, chat.
Favorite dress code though, because when I was growing up, my mom would cut my hair. And Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. But there would be some days where she'd give me a haircut, and my hairline was the same angle as an airplane taking off.
Damn.
I would tilt my head like this just for it to be straight. So I
Damn.
came to school so many times with my hair looking absolutely cooked. I didn't walk into school showing it off. So what was the only solution? Put a hoodie on. But the teachers
Mhm.
would always get mad when I did this and tell me to take it off. So from that point on, whenever I got a haircut, I would just fake a sickness and not go to school. But here's the funny part. It got so bad at my school that they...
Bro. Is it just me or does anybody else parents know if you're faking a sickness or not? Like I swear, like parents have some super sense. Hold on. And chat, no, this is not chat. You want to know why you shouldn't do drugs? You know what's better than smoking weed? Smoking a veggie straw. Because it's way healthier and it's literally veggie, so it's not gonna kill you and give you cancer. I mean, like at most, as Tyler said, you know, smoke Smarties. And we're not talking about that white one. I actually want to lay down, honestly. Someone's changed my chat direction. Believe it or not, I never smoked in my life. Yay! I rejected every vape humanly possible. Let me turn my...
literally banned hoodies, yet they sold hoodies inside
Okay.
the gymnasium with the school logo on them. So they were literally selling hoodies and telling you that you can't wear them at school. You could only wear long sleeves that didn't have a hood on them. We talked about how my school had no AC, but it also had no heating, and they would enforce this rule even when it was freezing inside. It's 40 degrees in class, everyone's shivering, and yet teachers are still in class pulling hoods off everyone like they're playing Duck Duck Goose. Yo, who has the worst haircut? Now this next dress code is one that I actually don't mind because I think they're incredibly ugly, but still, it makes no sense for them to be banned. What am I talking about? Ripped jeans. Now don't get me wrong, I think ripped jeans, along with jorts, might be the worst clothing invention ever created. And while I do think they should be banned from anyone in society at all being able to wear them, I don't understand why schools ban. Because at least at my school, they had these hyper-specific rules about ripped jeans. It was like, the holes in your jeans can't be longer than 2 inches in diameter, or it couldn't be ripped above the knee, which, if I'm being honest, I don't even know how you measure diameter, so I wasn't gonna listen to this. But who even decided this? Is there a ripped jean council out there that's making these decisions? Alright team, we've
Like
done
for
the
real.
research. 1 inch in diameter of ripped jeans, perfect. 1.5 inch in diameter of ripped jeans, okay. 2 inches, you're pushing it. 2.5 inches, send them to Alcatraz. And the way they'd enforce this rule was even more ridiculous. Teachers at my school would literally crouch down in the hallway and measure your jeans. They look like detectives investigating a murder scene. They get on their hands and knees, pull out a ruler, and measure the size of the hole in your jeans. Like, bro, you're a 45-year-old man measuring a teenager's pants in the middle of the hallway. Does this not seem a little weird to you? If you did this in any other setting, you'd be getting a restraining order. Maybe if the teachers focused more on teaching me in class and not examining everyone's jeans, I would have turned out to be a doctor and not someone who makes 6'7" and oil up jokes on the internet. Okay, no, I still definitely would have done that, but maybe someone else would have been a doctor. Well, guess what, Tyler? I have the solution. If school dress codes are so bad, why don't we just make everyone wear the same thing? Why don't we just have school uniforms?
Ah,
It's a great
uniform.
idea in theory, but somehow school uniforms are even worse. Because uniforms are supposed to be the great equalizer, right? Everyone's wearing the same thing, so you couldn't possibly have something on that violates the dress code. It's fair. Except that's not true. Because even with school uniforms, kids will still find a way to customize it. They'll wear expensive shoes, designer belts, crazy backpacks, and if you have school uniforms, you're probably going to a private school, which means your parents are probably loaded. So I know you guys are...
So y'all tell me, every person that has a school uniform goes to a private school? Man, y'all lucky. Y'all private school kids are lucky. Y'all never saw a fight before. Whoa.
ripped out. Making people wear school uniforms is like putting a band-aid over a broken leg and calling it fixed. I had a friend who went to private school where they had to wear school uniforms, and he would literally sag his pants. How did he sag in dress pants? The world may never know, but he did it. Point is, no matter what you do, you can't stop people from getting their drip on. The hilarious part about all these dress codes is how teachers will try to enforce them. Like, I don't know if this was just my school or if everyone had it, but we had something called the fingertip rule. For those who don't know,
what's that?
The fingertip rule is when you have to stand up straight, put your arms at your side, and your shorts or your skirt had to be longer than how far your fingertips go. Sounds reasonable, right? Wrong, because I know a lot of you probably...
I heard about that, but I never went to a school that enforced that. Fun
think
fact.
that I'm just a floating head who doesn't actually have a body. But to your surprise, I actually do have limbs. And for some reason, I have really long arms and not that long of a torso. I'm built like Peter Griffin in that one Family Guy episode where he for some reason becomes a woman. So if I put my hands down to my side, they almost go all the way to my knees. Which means, for me, I literally couldn't wear anything that was above my knees. And this was a problem because I like wearing shorter shorts. Now, I'm not talking Drewski length short shorts.
You wear
but
short
a couple
shorts,
inches above the
I
knee. But
wear
unfortunately,
short
my
shorts.
Slenderman arms made it so that I could only wear long shorts to school every day. It was tragic. chick. Who knows how many missed relationships I had in high school just because the girls didn't like my outfits. That's definitely not the reason I didn't have a girlfriend in high school. But anyway, point is, this rule makes no sense at all. Like, I knew one kid who was born without a left arm. So does that mean he could have pulled up to school every day without wearing any shorts on his left leg and not been dress coded? The funny thing is that I'm pretty sure this rule was made specifically for girls, but instead they had to enforce it on me because I like showing off those pasty legs. And speaking of dress codes that were made specifically for girls, we need to talk about the most obvious one that no one mentions. Dress codes for boys versus dress codes for girls. Because let me paint you a picture of what the dress code enforcement actually looks like inside schools. I remember one time in school, it was disgustingly hot. And like I said, our AC was trash. And this girl in my class wore a shirt that looked just like this. Teacher saw that, shook her head right away, and went, absolutely not. You know the rule. Go to the office and get a shirt that doesn't violate the dress code. And I'm thinking, yeah, this rule is stupid, but come on, you know the rules by now. You probably shouldn't have worn that shirt knowing that. Until I turn my head 90 degrees and see a guy from the football team. What is he wearing?
I am shook every single time.
Man, no promos.
Turn my head 90 degrees and see a guy from the football team. What is he wearing? A tank top with a hole so big that you could see his full stomach through, rib cage and everything. Looks like it hasn't been washed in 6 weeks. Has a mystery stain on it, which I don't want to know what that was. His tank top revealed more than a girl's Halloween costume. Yet the teacher didn't say anything. Matter of fact, the teacher literally went up to him and started asking him questions about the football game that week. I saw him wear that shirt about once a week to school without ever having a problem. Yet the girl had to go to the office and spend the rest of the day with pit stains from wearing a shirt that was made for Shaquille O'Neal. It's like schools have two completely different rule books. One for girls that's 38 pages long with subsections and a bunch of bullet points and footnotes and diagrams. And then there's the one for boys, and this one just says, hey, you do you, twin. Here's a list of things girls get dress coded for. Showing your shoulders. Shorts are too short. Wearing leggings. Shirts too tight. Shirts too loose. Ripped jeans with a hole the size of a quarter. Wearing the color neon yellow. I'll explain that one later.
Neon
Here's a list of
yellow?
things boys get dress coded for. Showing up naked. That's it. That's the end of the list. And I know what you guys are thinking. Tyler, you're just catering towards the girls because you want them to like you.
Oh my god, fun fact. If it was hot outside, like it doesn't matter if it was hot out. So I went to a school and up at Camp Curtin, right? And I had a couple friends, right? And one day this rule was enforced, right? You can't have no sleeve shirt. It doesn't matter, like, you can't have a short sleeve shirt or like a no sleeve shirt. It has to be like a long sleeve. It doesn't matter how hot it was outside, because when we went to the gym, I had a no sleeve shirt on, and I didn't know about this rule. They gave me a hoodie, and it smelled like piss. I kid you not, chat. They gave me a hoodie from the donation bin, and it smelled like human piss and animal piss. I kid you not, chat. Like, I kid you not, chat. I kid you not. That actually happened. Bro. Like, I kid you not, that actually happened. Let me make sure you can type in my stream, though. Never mind.
And I know what you guys are thinking. Tyler, you're just catering towards the girls because you want them to like you. And you know what I say to that? How dare you accuse me of that? Because I, a 6'5" feminist who loves Taylor Swift, matcha, and whatever else girls like, Pilates, but I would never cater towards the girls. Now, I've made a list of some ridiculous dress codes that you guys told me exist at your school. So let's rapid fire through the most random ones. No pajama pants, because apparently it's a crime to be comfortable while you're failing algebra. No
What?
bandanas. When I asked this person why bandanas weren't allowed at their school,
Bandana.
they said it's because the school thinks it's gang related. What kind of school?
Bandanas? My boy, they think bandanas is a gang related? I must be part of multiple.
Are you going to that? Has gang members in it. Degrassi High School? I've never actually watched that show, but I'm guessing it's a dangerous school since Drake got shot in it. Just so everybody knows, guys, if you wear a bandana, you
shot.
are in a gang. It's not your choice. That's just how it works.
Yep.
Next rule. No sunglasses. Even when the sun is literally...
Why?
Why? I don't know. Maybe because they think students are hiding something behind their eyes. My one question with this rule is, does it also apply to blind students? This next one is crazy. No graphic tees. Some schools ban all graphic tees, even if they're completely appropriate. You could be wearing a t-shirt that says, I love puppies, and it would still get dress coded. I would have just had to drop out if this was at my school, because that would have meant I couldn't wear my I love LeBron shirt to school every day. Next one. No distracting colors. I'm not even joking.
Oh, graphics tees, okay. So, okay. I mean, I don't got graphic tees, though. That's good for
Apparently,
me.
some schools ban wearing neon shirts because they're too distracting. Honestly though, I agree with this one, because whenever I was in school, I could not focus if I saw someone wearing a neon shirt. But then I graduated kindergarten. So after all this, you might be wondering, why do dress codes even exist? What's the point? Well, after doing my research...
So let me get this straight. You banned a thing that make... So what if I want to look like a highlighter or a marker, bro? What if I wanted to look like a highlighter or a marker, okay? Y'all banned the stuff that can make me look like a highlighter or a marker? Are you serious?
Experiments.
Also, tonight, I'm gonna be chatting with as many AI people as I can. I'm gonna download as many AI apps as I can and chat with them during the live stream, just to see what these AIs are actually like. Because I know I did a video on Talkie, but there's multiple AIs like Polybuzz, I think Linky, ChatGPT, multiple AIs like that, and I'm gonna be chatting with. So yeah. And also I'm gonna be doing ASMR. I'm gonna chat with them in ASMR at the same time, by the way.
Testing, I have found out the true reason why dress codes exist. And did I just put glasses on to look smart while I was saying I did research? Who cares? Mind your business. But here's the real reason dress codes exist. It's never been about wearing inappropriate clothes that make it hard for boys to concentrate.
Okay.
If that were the case, sandals would have been banned a long time ago, because let's be real, ladies and gentlemen, we all love feet. Am I right? No? Okay, I got a little carried away there.
No.
Sorry. But anyways, what school dress codes is
The
really
fuck?
about is the teachers. What do I mean by that? Well, I have a theory that dress codes are put in place because...
This guy keeps putting glasses on and taking them off to make himself look smarter. Also, Chav into 110, which is in
the
an hour.
teachers are getting distracted, not the students. So let me know what the craziest dress code rules are at your school. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go put on a hoodie, some ripped jeans, a tank top with my whole shoulder showing, and a neon yellow hat. And I'm gonna wear it all at the same time because I can.
4 foot long's free. Fix my fibula.
Chat, that is hilarious. Now we're gonna react to this. Holy shit! We're not even 2 seconds in the. We're only 2 seconds in the video. He threw a hammer at the TV.
You're dead.
Oh.
Leland, do you know how grounded you are?
Ground it.
That's all he's getting? I think
Ground it. Ground it. Ground it. Spank your child.
it needs a little bit more than just the grounding.
Yes.
Just busted a brand new TV!
Leland, the TV. Leland.
Holy shit.
I didn't even take the freaking tag off yet!
No, Leanna, don't touch it.
There's 2 of them? Now we got...
Spank them. Oh my god. Spank them. Spank them. Chat. Fucking spank them.
2 busted TVs!
Get
Okay.
Leland. Leland, give me the hammer. Give me the hammer.
And I do want to let y'all know I was joking about the ASMR and AI thing, okay? That has been a joke, the ASMR. I actually might do ASMR. Chat, I'm going to make a poll later today saying, should I do an ASMR live stream? Seeing if y'all want me to do that or not. Damn! Stop it and let him hit the TV! Oh my god, this is rage bait. Because I am rage... Bro, this is some successful rage bait. Take the hammer from him. Bro, stop letting him hit your TV. Take the hammer and spank him. Oh my god.
Now somebody hold me back, bro. Hold me back, bro. Hold me back, bro.
And he punched the TV. You're not One Punch Man.
Shut 1 week, just 1 week with a black family. Not even a black family, just a black auntie. And you'll see how Leland straightens right up. I mean,
For
he's
real.
probably gonna turn into an upstanding citizen. After seeing so many clips
Damn.
online that just had me straight out baffled, I think it's about time we address the topic
Ooh.
of parenting.
Yeah,
Specifically,
smack.
gentle parenting versus harsh parenting. And it's not just gonna be strictly my opinion. Of course, we're gonna have
Why she just kicked the child's toy like that, bro?
sprinkle some real psychology in there. But first, let's watch some clips of these kids who are obviously a byproduct of bad parenting. And just
Yeah.
a heads up, we're starting off pretty strong because these first couple of kids are
Carol.
serial killers to be.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A murderer because I like killing. And it tells me if
A murderer. Hold on, let me turn on captions. Chat. He wants to be a murderer, chat. I support being a murderer.
Just a heads up, we're starting off pretty strong because these first couple of kids are serial killers to be.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
a murderer because I like
A murderer. A murderer.
killing. Whenever it tells me if I like killing, I like killing because when I first watched my grown-up killing show,
When I
He said grown up killing show. Grown up. He knows it's not for him. And his parents are bypassing that? Man, call CPS.
first watched my grown-up killing show. So whoever this kid's parents are, they're not protecting him from the exposure to violence.
Exactly.
And it's crazy because he literally calls it
Cause no, I can't say that.
a grown-up killing show. So he knows he's not supposed to watch it. He's
Exactly.
aware of the things that are meant for adults and the things that are meant for kids.
Exactly.
myself started to like killing, and then my brain started to like tell me what to do with killing it. So I like murders and I like killing in my life. I'm gonna kill everybody in the world except for my
Jesus.
family. because
Jesus.
They just didn't do anything to me. I just like killing. So
So just any type of person, it doesn't matter. What about me?
yeah.
Even me?
Bro, look at that smile. He's gonna kill you too. Bro, and then they're gonna release a doc, and then they're gonna be like, oh, he showed no signs. He was so innocent. Bro, I swear.
No, not even my teachers either.
Okay, because I'm the first person that you told this. Am I? Yeah?
So I just like killing.
So what are you going to be again when you grow up?
A murderer.
A murderer.
Bye.
Bye. He said bye. That's scripted. Nope, calling it scripted.
How are you?
Calling it
What are you
scripted.
going to be again?
Calling it
A
scripted.
murderer. Bye.
He said bye.
Years from now, they're gonna come out with a documentary. They're gonna be like, "Oh, he never showed any signs.
Exactly.
He was always a nice, innocent kid." Brief intermission.
Exactly.
Y'all, I'm here with an opportunity for y'all to make money doing something. Probably
No promos.
Play games.
No
on YouTube.
promos.
And look, I already
No
see someone's
promos.
gonna be like,
No promos.
You guys, but I promise I would never try to finesse my sports. You guys are not the method. If you try to make some bread, try to make some wood, try to make some of that money, you can use my QR code to sign up for this program called Tester Up. Tester Up is a program that helps people make money by testing apps and playing games. So instead of doom scrolling for hours, you can make a couple $100 by testing apps, playing games, and completing fun tasks. This platform is strictly mobile, so that means you have to use it on your phone. But that just means you can use it anywhere on the go. Signing up is easy. Just create an account with your email or phone number, then look for the available tasks and pick one you like, and then simply follow the instructions they provide. And these aren't rocket science or anything. They're usually stuff like downloading the game and playing it. Now look, this isn't gonna get you rich or anything. It's a way to turn your downtime into a side hustle without you even notice. And when you guys try to make some money, go ahead and DM me a screenshot of how much you made on Instagram, and I'll go ahead and feature you on my video. So again, for anyone who's interested, scan the QR code on screen or hit the link in the description to download Tester Up and make some money today.
Yeah, just got shut up, but that's not cool.
DM me a screenshot of how much you made on Instagram, and I'll go ahead.
Be quiet. No
So
promos.
again, for anyone who's interested, scan.
Just got shut up, but that's not cool.
DM me a screenshot of how much you made on Instagram, and I'll go ahead and feature you on my video. So again, for anyone who's interested, scan the QR code on screen or hit the link in the description to download Tester Up and make some
No
money
promos.
today.
Yeah, Keisha got shut up, but that's not cool.
Huh?
It's not cool to be bad.
It is cool. You know why?
Why?
Cause I'm just trying to be like my idol,
Who your idol?
King Von.
What the?
How is King Von, of all people, your idol? If Tupac, Michael Jackson, Juice WRLD, XXX, Technoblade was your idol, I can see that. King Von? Your idol is a serial killer. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't listen to King Von. I'm into rap, like, but I'm not into, like, ghetto, gangster, hood, serial killer rap like King Von was doing. But please tell me how a murderer, what is your idol?
But King Von. Hey, what happened? How did King Von end up?
But guess what? Quite a runway ain't safe though.
Yeah, this
But guess what? Cuando runaway say though.
Generation might officially be cooked. He wants to be like his idol King Von. And
But Quando runaway safe though. He gonna be a middler. Quando runaway safe though. Gang gang.
honestly, I'm not surprised by that because the way that King Von is glorified in this generation is insane. People got so tired of rappers faking their gangster lifestyle in their raps that when an actual serial killer, yes, a serial killer, hopped on the scene and started rapping, everyone fell in love with him because he was being authentic. But that doesn't excuse the fact that he was a serial killer and probably a drug addict. How can you let your kid roam around in the streets with these type of aspirations, this type of mindset, and you just let it carry on? And the saddest part is, even though the guys in that clip were trying to give him guidance, there's definitely adults out there who will take advantage of that way of thinking and probably use that kid to commit crimes, or at least introduce him to a life of crime. And those last two clips really show you the importance of parenting. Because whether you're a little sheltered white kid who grew up in the suburbs and gets to rock
But Quando Ronald ain't safe though.
brands like Columbia, or you're a young black kid who grew up in and got exposed to street culture pretty early on, depending on the type of parenting you receive, you can turn out the same regardless of environment. But now that we've watched those clips, it's time to go over popular psychologist Dr. Diana Barman's 4 categories of parenting: authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, neglectful. Now, right about now, you're probably thinking, 4D, you just hit us with a bunch of words. What do they actually mean? So authoritative parenting is very engaged. The parent will set clear boundaries with clear explanations as to why those boundaries are set. They have high expectations and they foster an environment where the child can be independent. Now, authoritarian parenting, on the other hand, is more strict, demanding. It's closer to like a power trip. Think of parents who tell you to do something without providing any explanation, even if it doesn't make any sense to you. The my way or the highway control freaks. These are the parents who control their kids' behavior through coercion. So using their position of power, using threats of punishment, not allowing room for dialogue and open communication, thus stifling independence. Now, on the other side of the coin, we have permissive parenting. This form of parenting is very loving and warm, but has low demands. These type of parents will make their kids feel loved, but not really provide a structured program. So very few rules and guidelines, very little self-control. And then last, but definitely least, neglectful parenting. This is when the parents are just completely uninvolved in their kids' lives. No
like my
structure,
father.
bare minimum supervision, no emotional support, disengaged, and honestly disinterested. These are the type of parents who are kind of just there. Now, obviously, I don't want to overload you guys with all these terms, but a simple way to think about it is gentle parenting versus harsh parenting. And when these two types of parenting styles are taken to an extreme or not executed properly, you usually end up with situations like these.
My guy playing, nigga, stop playing. Hey, nigga, what the fuck, nigga? Stop smoking weed in my store, nigga. And then again, bro, show where you from, nigga.
See, that right there would be a problem.
He has a strap.
Parenting, because that kid is basically being raised by the streets.
Whoa, what the hell are you doing?
That's what you just put me in timeout, bitch. I ain't cleaning this shit.
Please be
Now, that
AI.
video was AI by including
Thank God.
because it gave me a little chuckle, but trust me, there are parents who are definitely dealing with stuff like this and even.
Oh my gosh! What?
Whoa, what the hell are you doing?
That's what you just put me in timeout, bitch. I ain't cleaning this shit either.
Now that video was AI, but I included it because it gave me a little chuckle. But trust me, there are parents who are definitely dealing with stuff
The fridge.
like this and even worse.
The count. How did you break the counter?
And I think one part that I haven't given enough attention to about this whole topic is that these parents
The
who
TV,
parent their
the
kids are
table.
ultimately doing them a huge disfavor. Because whether you take gentle parenting too far and your kids end up walking all over you, or you take
Holy
harsh parenting too
shit.
far and your kids end up being sneaky and doing things behind your back, both avenues lead to really negative outcomes.
Oh
And
my-
I'm gonna give you just a few examples.
Did a nuke go off in your house? Like, I want to know which one, what kid, what child could cause that destruction? Did he have a mallet? What did he have?
Examples of this. Starting with this kid.
Damn. Damn. Damn.
He was
Damn.
literally throwing rocks at his mom's car's windshield while his siblings were in the car. And after this video went viral, he got taken by DHS and ended up in foster care. And
Damn.
remember how I said bad parenting ultimately leads to the detriment of the kid? Well, this is him now.
Hi, Mom.
Damn. I don't feel bad. King Von in his prime. That's rude.
Oh, I love you, Mom.
Okay.
It was right.
Shut up. Damn.
Only one that's been there for me.
Damn.
You took the kids and baby. I said I loved it. He kept telling me to stop, and I did. He kept telling me.
Damn.
He might not hear from me no more. I
Damn.
just wanted to let you know I love you.
Damn. I kind of feel bad. I was trying to joke around and say womp womp.
Might not hear from me no more.
Wait, I just realized there's text messages on the top. My apologies to the FB this morning, but I need evidence. If anything happens to my son, he's under DHS. This is what my daughter and I woke up to, so anybody can tell me what I need to do immediately to get my oldest son out of foster home. Be a better parent. Fucking what you mean?
The kid's foster parent literally ended up abusing him. And the
Oh.
crazier part is his mom ended up starting a GoFundMe so she could afford to get legal help to get him back
Bruh.
to foster care.
That's-
This whole
I don't feel
situation
bad.
could have been avoided with better parenting. And look, I'm not trying to
I-
sound insensitive because
I feel bad for the kid, but I don't feel bad for the parents though. Walking in, huh? Yeah, you will walk away. Yeah.
I know parenting is hard and a lot of people don't have the time and resources
Truck.
to properly parent how they would like to. But at the same time, don't take on a responsibility you're not ready for. This world already has enough weird, sick people. And a lot of times, these people's issues start from unresolved childhood trauma, which often stems from bad parenting. And I mean, you don't even have to take my word for it. We already have a recent example in Nick Reiner.
By the time Nick Reiner was born in 1993, his parents were already among the Hollywood elites. Nick was the middle child, but by his own admission, grew up feeling like the bond between himself and his father was much weaker than the bonds between his father and his siblings. Despite being brought up in a luxurious child...
Chat, I need to know your opinions. Would you rather be broke and have a great relationship with your family, or be rich and have a poor relationship with your fam? Let me know, chat. I'm gonna say broke.
that many of us only dreamt of.
Dreamt of.
First got sent to drug rehab
Damn.
at just the age of 15.
15?
And the age of 19. While most kids his age were navigating through high school, Nick would be in and out of rehab an additional 17 or 18
17?
In interviews, Nick said that his parents chose to exercise tough love when Nick was at the peak of his addiction.
And just to sum up his story, he spends the majority of his life battling addiction, and then at some point he arrives at a breaking point where he murders both of his parents. Nick Reiner and other people who have studied his life after this tragic incident both admit that his childhood had a lot to do with why he committed such a heinous crime. And look, my goal with this video is to simply inform. I'm not trying to act like I cracked the code to parenting. Parenting doesn't come with a manual. It's not one size fits all. Every kid is different. Some kids have challenging temperaments that don't respond to gentle techniques. Other kids, you can give them instructions once or twice and they'll do it with no problem. I think the first and biggest step is actually wanting to be a good parent. And then from there, it's really about figuring out the right balance of gentle and harsh parenting that works for your kid.
Jesus.
And then from there, it's really about figuring out the right balance of...
First comment, please shout out. Chat, I was just given a Pomeranian. I'm being attacked. Hold on. Look at it. Aww. She's so cute. I'm being attacked by a Pomeranian. Shout out to at SWXFT underscore Y1I or L. Hold on. Let me give you a proper shout out. Hold on. Let me go to my live. Hold on. Let me give you a proper shout out. S. Lowercase s. I was just trying to. Oh, my head hurts. I admit it.
Lowercase s. I was just trying to...
Aw. What, the puppy? Yeah. Shout out to
What, the puppy?
my other account, by the way.
What, the puppy?
Shout out to this person right here. Go subscribe to them.
My other account, by the way.
Shout out to this person right here. Go subscribe to them. Now let's keep reacting. Look at this puppy. Oh, you need attention. Are you camera shy? Is my baby camera shy? Is my baby camera shy? Is my baby camera shy? Oh, look at this puppy. Look, oh, she's so cute. I'm gonna make a game on Roblox where you can, I'm making a game on Roblox. Can you give me a tip for it? I have a kitty. Oh, I have a cat too. I'm actually really experienced with cats. All cats are different. Some cats were abused. Some cats weren't. My cat was abused, and I couldn't train him because he wouldn't eat wet food nor treats. So I had to manually train my cat, and that actually worked really well because, you know, he loves me and, you know, he trusts me a lot. This is a little attention seeker. She's camera shy. Are you camera shy? Hold on, let me go to my life.
She's camera shy.
Are you camera shy?
Are you camera shy? Hold on, let me go to my life. She's camera shy.
Are you camera shy?
Camera shy. Hold on, let me go to my life.
Aww. No, puppy. Ow, no, ow. Do you have Roblox? What game should I make on Roblox? I don't know. I'm not a game developer. I'm gonna just throw. Sorry, I muted. I don't know if you heard me. So, what game should you make? I'm gonna throw stuff at the wall and say, you should make a game about Pickles because I'm Pickles the Rapper. My man promotes. W promotes. And also, fun fact, this is my Roblox account. So, if anyone wants to add me, this is my Roblox account. Go ahead. I am a robot. Pickles underscore PTR. PTR basically means Pickles the Rapper. So let me go back to here and keep reacting, okay, chat? I actually have to use the bathroom. Oh. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Oh. She's so camera shy, chat. It's so cute. It's so cute. She's so my foot's stuck. I accidentally bumped the dog with my foot. Sorry, doggy, I did not mean to do that. Bet you there's a lot of freaks out there that will say, ooh, I wish I was that dog. You know, there's some freaks out there. Hi, chat. I love how my streams are titled Not Made for Kids, even though I'm 14. Yo, you're sitting on my phone. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is the cutest thing I ever seen. Show my Roblox one more time. Sure. Actually, I have that as the thumbnail. PICKLES underscore PTR. All lowercase. Let me know if you get it. What's your username? That is my username. Pickles. Oh. Sorry. Hold on. My actual username is at cartoon201131. So, chat, this is me if you want to add me. There's my title, so add me. I don't. Okay, if you want me, I guess. Alright. I know. Look at my followers. I just did. Now you can say you're following. I did. I just accepted it. Oh my god, stop promotes. Jesus.
Columbia, where you're a young black kid who grew up in and got exposed.
We're around here, chat.
For high school, Nick would be in and out of rehab in addition.
Why am I looking at all your followers? For what? Excuse me? You're not here anymore. Are you online? Fucking don't even... How do I find you? I don't play... Oh, there we go. Jesus! 21K followers. How are you flying? The fuck? Okay, so you got Robux. Honestly, I don't spill... I did. I just showed your followers. You have 21K. He has 21K followers, chat. I didn't know that was possible. Emote? Okay. See, I don't understand what's the point of getting Robux. And yes, I'm gonna... Yes, 20K. Chat, I don't understand what's the point of getting Robux and spending it on a digital game. Like, it's not like you're gonna get anything out of it, chat. Like, I don't care if y'all spend Robux. I'm just saying, it's just not what I'm gonna do. I prefer to stay as a robot. Because, you know, I'm not gonna get anything out of spending Robux. Also, chat, tomorrow we are doing... Actually, chat, we might do a Roblox live stream tomorrow. Yes, you can get a lot. Yeah, I know. Thing is, I don't spend money on Roblox. I don't play Roblox. I haven't played Roblox after the whole slap situation. When? What do you mean when? What do you mean when? What do you mean when? When did I stop playing? Can you play my game? Find the teleporters? I will after the video. I will do it after the videos. You're just gonna have to remind me. Okay? I don't... Live stream? When live stream? Oh, tomorrow. Like, oh, what time tomorrow? Around lunchtime. Around 12. Yes? Okay, yes. That's if I don't have an 11:30 class tomorrow. Chat, I'm gonna do a Roblox live stream. An hour of me playing Roblox, just straight up.
High school, Nick would be in and out of rehab in addition
Then I
to
have
17
school.
or 18 times. In later interviews, Nick said that his parents chose to exercise tough love when Nick was at the peak of his addiction.
And just to sum up his story, he spends the majority of his life battling addiction, and then at some point he arrives at a breaking point where he murders both of his parents. Nick Reiner and other people who have studied his life after this tragic incident both admit that his childhood had a lot to do with why he committed such a heinous crime. And look, my goal with this video is to simply inform. I'm not trying to act like I cracked the code to parenting. Parenting doesn't come with a manual. It's not one size fits all. Every kid is different. Some kids have challenging temperaments that don't respond to gentle techniques. Other kids, you can give them instructions once or twice and they'll do it with no problem. I think the first and biggest step is actually wanting to be a good parent. And then from there, it's really about figuring out the right balance of gentle and harsh parenting that works for your kid.
The TV! Oh my god! That TV was destroyed! Holy shit!
Well, I'm going to tell you what to do anyway. If you're new here, I'm a Dominic Blackman. I have over a decade of professional child care experience working in schools, working in homes, working in the community. I'm a former middle school teacher at a Title I school, special education. I'm a former registered behavioral technician, and now I'm a parent coach. First thing you want to do in a situation like this is stop recording. Second thing you want to do is stay calm. Third thing you want to do is remove them from things that are breakable, like a TV or toys or glasses. If there's something around something that could break, remove them from it.
Or a simpler solution, spank them tell them to stop gentle parenting your kids, and send them to the room and ground them. I mean, just spank them. I mean, it's easy. Spank your kid, they'll stop.
It's okay
That's how I
to take something
raised.
from their hand. It's okay to be small. Gently but firmly usher them into a room of the house.
Gently push that kid.
Or if you have been working with your child in self-regulation,
Don't push kids.
self-regulation,
Don't push your kids.
practicing it, prompted to use those tools and skills. However, if you have not been practicing that, now is not the time to teach it. However, when they do calm down, then you want to start teaching that self-regulation and co-regulation with them.
But with that being said, if you made it this far, I appreciate you for watching. Go ahead and like.
Oh, shut up.
Subscribe to my
No promos. So, chat, basically, the moral of the story is stop gentle parenting, okay? Now let's go over to, we have 2 more videos. It is currently 12:31. I have 30 minutes to watch these. I should have enough time.
Hello. Today we're going to be playing a little game.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give you a list with the most famous horror villains of all time, and you're going to decide which ones you think you could beat. But what's the catch? Well,
In a fight?
hello? Okay, 1 second, mommy. I'm filming something. Anyways, Michael Myers, Pennywise, and every horror icon you've ever been afraid of, what do they all have in common? Well, they're actually very easy to defeat, because behind these characters' spooky masks and rusty weapons is a secret they don't want you to know. None of these villains would be scary at all if their victims were all total idiots. So today, we pull back the curtain, and I'm gonna break down all the legendary horror villains that I, a regular person with 2 working feet, half a brain, and mild constipation, I could definitely avoid being slaughtered by them. At the end of this video, you will never look at these villains the same way again. Before we even start dissecting the killers themselves, we have to address the single most important reason why any of these horror characters are ever successful in the first place. And why is that? They just get lucky because everyone in these movies has the survival skills of a houseplant. Frankly, it's a miracle that the victims in these horror movies even manage to dress themselves in the morning. So no surprise they can't survive being hunted by these villains. The golden rules of being a horror movie victim is number 1, hear a strange, terrifying noise in the dark, empty basement, signaling that something dangerous is clearly down there, and if you go look to see what it is, you will not come back, and then you go investigate it. Alone, preferably unarmed. And you must always announce your presence when investigating by saying, hello, is anyone there? As if the serial killer...
Yo, prove me wrong, but can't you serial kill a serial killer? Like pick up a box of cereal, hit him with it, and say, kill that cereal.
Gonna politely
Go.
respond, yes, in here, with the chainsaw. Rule number 2, when being chased by a killer who is walking at a chill, normal pace, you must never, ever run out the front door to safety. No, you must run upstairs, trapping yourself on the 2nd floor with no exits.
Why?
Why are we doing this instead of just running outside where you could get help? Rule number 3, if you manage to knock the killer down and get their weapon, you must immediately drop the weapon next to their unconscious body and run away. Instead of, finishing the job. And I'm not even exaggerating how dumb horror victims are. Think about it. Michael Myers' slow walk is only menacing because his victims have the spatial awareness of a Roomba. They're always running into dead ends or tripping over thin air. The whole Scream franchise is basically making fun of this exact thing. The characters literally sit around discussing the rules of every single one of them. They answer the creepy phone call, they open the door, they go to a massive house party in the middle of a killing spree. They have all the knowledge of how to survive, but none of the common sense. It's like watching someone read a book titled How to Not Get Eaten by a Lion, and then actively climbing into the lion enclosure at the zoo. So when I say I can beat these villains, what I'm really saying is that I can beat them because I am not required by a Hollywood script to have a brain made of wet cardboard. And the first villain I'm so confident I could defeat is in a category I like to call just a guy. These are the villains that, when you take away the creepy music, when you turn the lights on, when you mute the deafening jump scare sound effects, you realize they're just people. Regular, normal, probably has a normal job on the side, people. Running around in costumes they most likely bought at a Spirit Halloween that's a Macy's during the rest of the year. They're...
Freddy, hold on. You know what, you're finally back. There we go. He's not listening anymore. Who? Me? Or I'm at work right now, just wanted to check in. Freddy, you have not for me. I think one of our friends are also, Freddy, I'm glad you're back because I had a put you from a managed moderator to a standard moderator and you just help me with that? You have not been in my live stream for like 3 months. You know that's military time, right? Don't you sneeze at me.
Free time just like me and you, making 6-7 jokes.
I'm
The
from
only
the
difference
UK.
between them and us is
Oh, you're from the UK? You know, I was gonna make a British joke, but I'm not going to.
we keep the psychotic thoughts in our head. They act on them. And one villain that perfectly describes what I'm saying is Ghostface. For those of you who haven't seen the Scream movies, Ghostface is someone who stalks people and toys with them before attacking. He'll call his victims on the phone, ask creepy questions, which...
Hold on. For the 2 days I didn't want to make a live stream, I've been sick. Freddy, you know I'm messing with you, right? You don't have to be in my live. I mean, it's probably gonna get like 100 views anyways. I don't know. Fuck, chat. It's 12:36. I have class at 1:10.
usually leads to these people doing something stupid and walking right into his trap. So let's be honest about Ghostface. The whole gimmick, the main idea of the whole series is that the killer could be anyone. Like the person next to you could be the killer. It could be your best friend, your boyfriend, your weird teacher that gets uncomfortably close to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Mr. Stevenson. I still never forgot about that. But here's the flip side of that coin. Because the killer could be anyone, it's usually just some teenage kid that goes to your school. It's probably someone who, let's be real, you knew someday something like this would happen with them. And you're telling me that I'm supposed to be scared of Jimmy from 4th period history class just because he put on a mask and a voice changer? Have you ever actually watched Ghostface try to do anything? It's less like watching a master assassin and more like a live action blooper reel from America's Funniest Home Videos. This dude is basically a walking cartoon character slipping on a banana peel. Like there will literally be parts of the movie where I have to check to see if this is supposed to be a comedy or a horror film. It's a miracle he manages to have any victims at all. He trips over couches, he gets knocked out by his...
It is 9:36. I get off of work at 2 p.m. Then I'm going to get some dog food and bone treats for my brother's dog. Well, guess what? There's a doggy right here, and she's so cute. Look at this. Look at that face. Look at that face. Oh, oh, doesn't she just melt your heart? Oh.
On bad driving, he runs face first into doors he just opened. Like if you watch the scenes where he's chasing someone and just switch out the scary music with some circus music, you realize this man is not scary at all. And if you think I'm exaggerating, I'm not, because there are entire compilations online dedicated to Ghostface tripping, falling, getting stuck in garage doors, and being completely beaten by normal stuff you find in a house. One of his most iconic moments is literally getting taken out by a small 90s era television. Ghostface is just a dude, let's be real, or a girl. I don't discriminate, but they don't got any powers. Literally, like if you wanted to right now, you could go on Amazon, buy the whole outfit, and become the next Ghostface. Okay, don't do that. But in theory, you could. But like I said, don't do that. I'm also pretty sure Ghostface has...
Remember, guys, you can become the next Ghostface. Do it. Yes, do it.
asthma, because if you ever watch them chase people, they get winded after like one flight of stairs. He's got the lung capacity of a goldfish in a puddle. And I know what you're thinking. Okay, Tyler, you talk a big game, but how are you going to defeat it? Well, the strategy to beat Ghostface is simple. Step 1, don't play his game. He calls you with that stupid, gravelly voice, asking what your favorite scary movie is. You know what you do? Hang up. Block the number. Done. His whole game depends on you being terrified. So if when he calls, you just do this.
Hold on. Freddy just said, what is better, Minecraft or Roblox? My answer is Minecraft. I grew up on that first time I downloaded it is when I was on the PS3 many years ago. I'm gonna say Minecraft. I'm gonna say Minecraft.
Do you wish your man was made in Manlandia? Do you wish you could split wood with his bare hands? And that he bathed with sexy, naturally derived scents like...
Ayo.
Depends on you being terrified.
No.
So
No. Can everyone just spam Ayo because he said sexy? Everyone spam Ayo. He said sexy. Ayo. Everyone spam Ayo.
when he calls, you just do this. Hello?
You like scary
You guys got some good opinions.
He ain't doing anything.
No. The reason I like Minecraft is so much because my idol is literally Technoblade, and I kind of want to be like Technoblade, and I'm the I am the builder of the friend group. It's the hype. Yeah, it's hype because it's supporting pedophiles. when it's platform. That's
He
why.
needs you to be scared, to answer his questions, to run upstairs instead of out the front door, which I still don't understand. But when you're not playing his game, his whole plan just falls apart. And if that doesn't work and he still tries chasing after you, just fight back. Stop running. Remember, it's just Jimmy from history class playing dress up. The person in that mask chasing you is probably afraid to do a presentation in front of the whole class. You're running from them. But if you think Ghostface would be easy to defeat, what if I told you there was a horror character that was even easier to get past?
Cap.
Don't believe me? Well, imagine watching a horror movie and the killer that everyone is so terrified of is a doll from Build-A-Bear Workshop. No, seriously.
No, I'm serious. I'm literally the builder friend of the friend group because look, chat, there's only one thing in my world. I had to watch a tutorial how to I built it myself. I had to watch a tutorial on how to build a Among Us character, chat. But everything else, I always wished I had those mods where there's different types of TNT. Oh yeah, I got one of those mods before, but it never worked, so I deleted them all the time. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Bro, wait, hold on, I just realized something. You're at work and you're watching a live stream. My brother, you're gonna get fired. My brother. You're going to get fired. My brother. Freddie, how you feel about that? That you're gonna get fired? Pathetic. As y'all can see, I do build a lot. This is everything I build by myself. Some lava parkour is possible. That is, I had to watch a tutorial on how to build that, but I still build it by myself. The roller coaster, I put my own brain capacity to make it the spawn point. I put my own brain capacity to make it. I put my own brain capacity to make that. The fish tank is something I also made. It took like 3 hours to make that. Lava bucket and water bucket, it wasn't too difficult to make. I made Technoblade, RIP. Made a house. Made a chicken house where it actually produces eggs. Jack-o'-lantern. Mind you, this was for Thanksgiving. I built this house like a couple days before Thanksgiving. And I built that Halloween house like 3 days before Halloween. There's also a side of the roller coaster. You either go down in here, or you can go back. And then Tunnel of Decisions is where you could fall into the void, or you can go into the spawn point. You just gotta hit the right button. Right lever. As you can see, that's Technoblade. Don't make fun of me. My furnace that I made. Yeah, I built all that. As I said, I'm a natural builder. I like building. Like, I try to build as best as I can. That's amazing. I appreciate that. I try to build as best as I can, you know, but it doesn't always work out. I tried, you know, and also, fun fact, I made a maze with this house. Hold on. I made a maze. I also made a maze, as y'all can see. Hold on. I think that one kid just wanted a shout out and then left my live. As y'all can see, you have to complete the maze first before going in, but since I'm the owner, I can automatically go in. Well, you follow the black path, dark gray path, you go over here, boom, you make it, and then, let me just show y'all. Forgot that was iron for a second. Meow. Meow. And this is all trap doors, so you guys will get confused. Thing is, it's so faint that you wouldn't even know. And you go down here. Boom. You go down here. Zoom. You go across. And yes, there's light. You go up. Boom. You get to the finish line. And look, I put grass and stuff over. Crap, I need more bone meal. Bone. There we go. More bone meal, more bone meal. Cover up the green tiles, make it look like it's grass, part of the grass. Actually, I used to do redstone contraptions. Gotta go, bye. See you later. I actually used to do redstone contraptions. Like this one world I had before I started streaming. I made rock, paper, scissors just for fun. I had these doors. I had like a farm. And like there was many mobs, like nether mobs, overworld mobs. I have even transported it to the nether and I made a like it was crazy. I was able to do I know some redstone, so I might make a redstone house. I want to make a redstone house, but I'm not going to do that today. I don't know when though. I might do it sometime. You fall in here, any iron golems that fall in here, they're cooked. Fun fact, I learned a trick on how to clutch. If y'all want to know. If you're in a minecart and, you know, it suddenly loses control, hold on. It suddenly loses control, right? This is my interest, like, I like doing this. I do this for fun, by the way. I don't get paid to do this. I don't, nothing like that. And then, hold on. That was the wrong way. Hold on. I did that wrongly. There we go. Okay, let me fix that. Yeah, I'm an archaeologist. There's dirt. I'm watching. It's pretty clean. Yeah, I tried my best to build stuff. As y'all can see, I built the chicken. I built all this by hand. I have no world edit mods. I don't do that because I don't know how. There's rock, paper, scissors, a simple game. No, you did not make it up all that way. Hold on. You did not make... How the fuck did you do that? Oh, wait, baby back, a bitch a fact, a couple grannies on you. That's a Mac day. This one is for the champions. As y'all can see. I'm about to show y'all impossible parkour. Y'all ready? Damn it! I almost hit that. Hold on. I can hit that. I promise you I can. There we go. This is simple builds, you know, it's nothing crazy. What I build, you know, it only took me like 3 days. Oh, I hit those! We hit those! Let's go! As I was saying, it's nothing crazy. The biggest crazy part I made was the roller coaster. The roller coaster only takes me like 20 minutes to make every time. Boink. Let me go in the water and show you guys what else is in here. As y'all can see, underwater house. Boom. Mom, I did it. I'm famous. My mom's probably just I can see my mom in stream one day being like, why does he waste his life doing this? You know what I mean, chat? I got off track. We gotta watch those videos still. So ignore what I was doing. I built the Among Us character
So
finally.
that's actually a real thing. And you all know what I'm talking about. Because the next villain I'm sliming out is Chucky the doll. I know. I can already hear the keyboards furiously typing. But he's not just a doll. He's possessed by a serial killer. Listen, I've seen the movies. It sounds scary on paper. But at the end of the day, he is still a 2-foot plastic doll. I'm a full-grown adult human. Okay, maybe I don't act like one, but I am. The whole reason Chucky's a successful villain is because he relies on 2 things. The element of surprise and his victims not believing a doll can actually talk and wield a knife. But once your homeboy gets put 6 feet underground by Chucky and you realize, oh snap, Chucky isn't just a normal Barbie doll, there's no excuse for him to get you. He's got these tiny, stubby plastic legs, which I also kind of have, but not as bad as his, meaning I can only walk at a normal, leisurely pace. Not even jogging, just a brisk walk, and I could still leave him completely in the dust. He also has molded plastic hands that can barely grip his little kitchen knife. Like you could disarm him like you're taking a Sharpie away from a toddler. This is a POV of what I'm doing if Chucky the doll tries getting me. Oh my gosh, the doll's alive. What do I do? Oh wait, I have an idea.
Oh, he's got his hands full. With the new For Life scratch-off tickets, he can be taking home $1 million a year for life.
As I was saying though,
Kicked, not even a powerful one, just a solid punt, would send his little redhead flying across the room like a game-winning field goal. We're talking 40, maybe 50 yards. Easy. The Chucky movies themselves repeatedly tell you what his weaknesses are. The longer his soul is trapped in the doll, the more human it becomes. This is presented as a bad thing for him, but it's a great thing for us. It means he can feel pain, he can bleed, and most importantly, he can be put down. Chucky only ever wins because his victims are literally small children, so they're low-key the same size. Which, that's kind of messed up, Chucky, if I'm being real. Or it's an adult that just stands there in shock because a toy is talking, so they freeze and let Chucky stab him in the ankles. And the argument people always have is, oh, well, even when you try to get rid of him, he always comes back. Oh, really? Well, have you tried everything to get rid of him? Because I don't think you have. This is all you gotta do. Step 1, walk over and pick him up by his head like this. Come here, Chuck. Step 2, take his knife. He has the grip strength of a wet napkin. It will not be difficult. Do something smart. Step 3, get rid of him in a smart way. Lock him in a safe. Toss him in a wood chipper. Melt him with a blowtorch. Don't just throw him in the dumpster. You know he's gonna come back if you do that. And I can't lie though. I talk a big game like I would easily destroy Chucky, but when I was younger, I was terrified of him. You can't tell anyone I said this, but one time I had a nightmare that Chucky was chasing me around and I woke up to a fully wet bed. So I went to my parents' room and told them Chucky did it. They didn't believe me. But now that I'm older, I ain't scared of you anymore, Chucky. So I give myself a 95% chance of defeating this doll. The one villain that I am still low-key scared of to this day is Samara Morgan from The Ring. Now, if you don't know who this is, it's the girl from this clip. Yeah, now you recognize her. Every time I watch that clip, I still get goosebumps. But after I actually watched the full movie for the first time, I realized, wait, this chick is easy to defeat. If you don't know anything about this villain, I'll give you a quick breakdown. Samara is a ghost tied to a cursed videotape. Anyone who watches the tape is marked for death and has 7 days before Samara appears and kills them. The curse can be passed on by showing the tape to someone else, forcing victims to choose between saving themselves or dooming another person. It's creepy, it's spooky, but her whole murder method, the entire foundation of her ghostly enterprise, depends on a piece of technology that is now basically a dinosaur. Her curse is spread on a VHS tape. I know I've got a lot of people who watch my content that are younger, so answer this. Do any of you guys even know what a VHS tape is? Because I'm 23 years old, and even I've never used one before. So if anything, it's almost harder to become a victim of Samara Morgan than
I know
not.
what it is.
Because even if you wanted to be one of the victims in the movie, you would have to find a VCR. I know, now it just sounds like I'm saying random acronyms, but that's a real thing too. A VCR is what you put the VHS tape into, or at least that's what ChatGPT just told me. Never even seen one of those in my life besides at my grandparents' house. But they passed away a while ago. Rest in peace, by the way. So I would have to go shopping at thrift stores and sketchy garage sales just for the chance to even be haunted by her. Getting haunted by Samara Morgan is literally a homework assignment. But let's say that somehow I do all that, I find a VCR or whatever it's called on eBay, look it up, and then I watch the tape. Then what? The movie says that she calls you on a landline telephone. A landline? Who under the age of 70 has one of those anymore either? Like Samara, you don't got an iPhone or anything? I could hook you up with a T-Mobile plan if that's what you're looking for. And she lives in a well. Does she even get good reception in there? Can she send a text? Actually, nah. I know Samara's sending some freaky you-up text messages with a tongue-out ghost emoji. I'm sorry, Samara, but it's 2025. You gotta have a phone without a physical keyboard on it by now. Maybe if you weren't living in a dang well, you would realize we stopped using all those ancient devices years ago. Like, you need to start attacking people by jumping through their screens on YouTube. Matter of fact, here, I'll give you the chance to jump into the viewers' houses right now. Did it work? No? Dang it. So I'm literally giving myself a 100% chance of surviving in this movie because I simply do not have a VHS tape. Next up is a villain who's an engineer, a philosopher, and a kidnapper, all while actively dying. Who am I talking about? Jigsaw. Jigsaw is the villain from the Saw movies who kidnaps people and locks them into dangerous traps traps that are designed to kill them, unless they do exactly what they're told. When they wake up, they hear a recorded message explaining the rules of the game and how much time they have. The trap then starts counting down immediately, forcing them to make a fast decision. If you finish the task in time, you survive. If you don't, the trap kills you. The reason Jigsaw does this game is because he believes some people don't value their lives enough. He thinks putting them face to face with death will make them appreciate being alive. Now let's make one thing crystal clear. The traps in the Saw movies are terrifying. That's my worst nightmare. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Well, okay, yeah, I wouldn't. But Jigsaw himself, the guy pulling the strings, he's a terminally ill old man. He's not a physical threat at all. He's pretty much just the old man from the Up movie if Russell never came into his life. So if I ever got put in a Saw game, here's what I would do. Switch up on everyone. In a lot of these games, it's you and another person having to solve this puzzle to escape. But in many of the instances, only one of you can survive. So no offense to whoever I'm going up with, like I'm sure you're a cool person, but I ain't going on that pendulum trap just so someone I barely know can survive. The tricky part about getting out of this horror movie alive is that you don't get a warning. One day, you go into your nearest coffee shop for some matcha, you blink, and next thing you know, you're waking up looking like this. And that's exactly why you shouldn't drink matcha. Jigsaw will put you in these games if you do it. If you get put in these games, there's no chase, no chance to run, or even a chance to use your brain to survive. That makes it kind of scary and a lot harder to survive because in almost every other horror movie, if you just have an IQ over 5, you could survive. So with that in mind, I give myself a 20% chance of surviving in this movie.
It's not easy being the one that counts on to keep your operation running. That's why at Granger, we're here for you. Professional grade industrial.
No promo.
Call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger.
No promos.
Get it done.
So, Scream movies, I give myself an 85% chance of surviving. Alright, so we've dealt with the guys who can be beaten by common sense. Now, let's talk about the heavy hitters, the big boys. The ones who have their own theme music that starts playing when they're nearby. Now, they may have a lot more aura, but even these legends are beatable, and I'll show you why. The first one we got is Michael Myers. Michael Myers, he's terrifying, I ain't gonna lie. He can take pretty much infinite damage without getting hurt. He's been shot, stabbed, burned, blown up, and he just keeps on coming. Sounds like an average day in Bakersfield, to be honest. This man does not die. But, and this is a big but, for all his supernatural toughness, he has a massive, glaring, calendar-based weakness. His bizarre obsession with Halloween. This man is the
Put it
only
down.
employee. He literally only works one day a year.
Precious.
October 31st. So for 364 days, and sometimes 365 during a leap year, Michael Myers is a complete non-issue. You almost have a full year to be literally anywhere else on the entire planet except Illinois, because that's the place he stays for some reason. So when that one day of the year comes around where he decides to go crazy, how do we prepare for it? I don't know. Maybe leave the town? Have you ever seen Michael Myers boarding a Delta flight? Didn't think so. He just walks everywhere, very slowly, not even a jog, which I get because he doesn't want to lose aura by running after someone. Like, that's low-key embarrassing. He moves with the urgency of my mom when I'm late for school. The only reason he's successful at getting his victims in these movies is because they're stupid. You're telling me you love your hometown so much that you aren't willing to leave it one day a year so you don't die? You would rather get posted online with some angel wings than leave your home one day a year? I mean, I'm low-key the same way. I never leave my home either, but still. And if you watch the films, one thing you will notice is that whenever someone pulls his mask off, he completely stops doing what he's doing. He could be mid-stab, but if that thing slips off his head, he's immediately stopping what he's doing and prioritizing putting it back on over anything else. He's basically like a bald guy when someone takes their hat from him. So that's his weakness. Homie is just self-conscious. Now that I think about it, he's low-key just one of us for real. Like when he got his mask snatched in the Halloween Ends movie, he spent years hiding in a sewer, getting weak and frail. So while he can take a hit better than the best boxers of all time, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Jake Paul, all you have to do to beat him is just take off his mask and then take a flight to Florida for Halloween. And you're good. So because of that, I give myself a 99% chance of surviving this movie. Because why in the world would I be in Illinois anyway? No offense to anyone who lives there, but full offense to anyone who does live in Bakersfield. So you can beat Michael with a plane ticket and a calendar. Easy. But what about a villain who can get you anywhere, as long as you're asleep? Now we're stepping up a weight class. Now we're talking about Freddy Krueger. But here's the thing. Even the supernatural villains have their weaknesses. Freddy Krueger is very, very scary for a reason. When you're sleeping and in dreamland, he's basically unbeatable. He can bend reality, turn into your worst fears, and is, for all intents and purposes, completely invincible. He's basically the LeBron of dreams. But Freddy's whole shtick only works if you're asleep. When you're awake, he's completely powerless. He can't touch you, he can't hurt you, he's just a bad memory and a reason to buy stock in coffee companies. Now yes, eventually the human body needs to sleep. sleep. You can't stay awake forever. Some of us sleep half the day. I'm looking at all of you watching this in bed right now. Get up, go for a run or something. Matter of fact, brush your teeth because I can smell your breath through the screen. Or don't do any of that. I don't really care because to be honest, I'm going straight to laying down right after I finish filming this video without doing any of those things. So if we know that Freddy can only get you while you're sleeping, how do we defeat him? Well, his power is also directly fueled by the fear of his victims. The more scared you are, the more powerful he becomes. He feeds on it. So if you can control your fear and realize he's just a burned up creep in a Christmas sweater, you can start to control the dream yourself. All you gotta do is look up those YouTube tutorials on how to lucid dream, and boom, you're in control now. And his biggest weakness of all, the ultimate cheat code, you can pull him into the real world. If you can grab a hold of him in the dream, his hat, his sweater, his glove, anything, and force yourself to wake up, he gets dragged, kicking and screaming into reality with you. And in the real world, Freddy's just a guy. Matter of fact, in the real world, he's actually a singer for a British band. Okay, never mind. I just did some research. Apparently, that is Freddie Mercury I'm thinking about, and not Freddy Krueger. But still, his power is exclusively tied to the dream world, and is directly based on his victims. To make it sound simple, he's got zero motion in the real world. So this message is for you, Freddy. Why don't you stop hiding and come fight us on our own turf, huh? I do feel like I'm kind of gonna regret saying this, because the scary part about Freddy is that since he just appears in your dreams, there's low-key a chance I could literally see him tonight. So Freddy, if you're watching this, first of all, thanks for being a fan. Hit the subscribe button. But second of all, I don't mean anything I say in this video, okay? I don't want the smoke. I'm just trying to look tough on camera because the girl I like watches these videos. No, she doesn't. I'm just fine. But still, Freddy, leave me alone, okay? I'll give you a back massage in Dreamland or something. So if I ever get stuck in a dream with Freddy Krueger, I'm trying my best to yank him out into my world. And I'm gonna show him what a real scary place looks like. To yank him out into my world. And I'm gonna show him what a real scary place looks like. I'm sending him to Bakersfield. Chances of me defeating Freddy Krueger, 50%. Because if I do get stuck in a dream with him, I might be cooked, let's be real. Now, we got the reason I don't like camping. Well, at least part of the reason. I also just hate bugs. But that's right, now we're talking about Jason Voorhees. Jason is just a prime example of why all of you guys out there with mommy or daddy issues need to get those solved. Go to therapy or something, alright? Because if you don't, bad things could happen. If you're not familiar with Jason's game, he's the character in the Friday the 13th series. And he specifically stays around a place called Camp Crystal Lake. Now, why is there still a summer camp located right where someone that just happens to constantly murder people lives? Good question. Instead, they should just build a Walmart there with a huge parking lot to get rid of this problem. But apparently they haven't realized that yet. Jason is scary because he doesn't talk, negotiate, or explain himself. He just shows up and starts removing people from the situation. He clocks in, does his job, and clocks out. He's pretty much like the perfect coworker, except he might kill his other coworkers. His whole thing is stalking campers, counselors, or anyone unlucky enough to wander near his territory. He's not a genius or anything. He just knows the area really well, and he's really strong and never gets tired, ever. Jason could chase you for 8 hours and stand perfectly still for another 8 just to be paid. Bro could even swim like Michael Phelps if he needs to. Jason is hard to beat because you can't scare him, you can't outlast him, he doesn't slow down, you can't assume he's dead because he never is. So most people lose when going up against him because they treat him like a normal threat. Oh, this is just a creepy guy in the forest, nothing to worry about. Every person that lives in the forest is a little weird. Doesn't mean they're harmful, right? And then wham! You wake up with 6 toes and 7 fingers. Now yes, Jason is very good, but we can beat him. I believe that. The point is, all we have to do to win in this movie is not go camping at this lake. If I was in the movie, it would go like this. Woohoo! Camping at the lake! This is gonna be awesome! Wait, is that a guy in a hockey mask with a 3-foot machete? No, we're going back to the city. But if you accidentally went camping here without being aware that this is where Jason lives, the way to defeat him is to, there is no way. Just give up. It'll make it go by quicker, at least. I give myself a 70% chance of survival because, like I said, I don't go camping. Now, we got a freaky villain that should be performing at birthday parties instead of massacring people. It's
Pennywise?
coming from outer space at a whopping 6 foot
Pennywise?
225 pounds. We have Pennywise the Clown. Or, not gonna lie, when you read this man's resume, it's impressive. His list of powers is ridiculous. He can change shape into your worst fear. He can control minds. He can teleport. He can make you see things that aren't really there. So on the surface, he seems completely unbeatable. But you just have to look in the fine print of his supernatural powers, and you'll find some serious loopholes. First of all, he operates on a ridiculously long and convenient sleep cycle. He wakes up to cause havoc on a random city in Maine for about a year or so. Should have just took Bakerfield. And then he goes right back to sleep for 27 years. He's low-key like my dad, except for the causing havoc part. And that 27 years gives his potential victims more than enough time to grow up, get extensive therapy, save up a little money, and move to another continent. His power is also, for the most part, stuck in that one town. The further you get from the town this story takes place in, the weaker his influence becomes. Are you guys sensing a theme here, or is it just me? In most of these movies, all you gotta do is just leave. Don't play against these horror characters when they got home field advantage. It's just like sports. There's a reason why whenever teams like Real Madrid, Arsenal, Barcelona play at home, they smack whoever the opponent is. Because it's hard to win when you're playing someone that has home field advantage. So don't do it. Just forfeit the match. And most importantly, Pennywise's power comes directly and entirely from your fear. So if you can stand before him, see his goofy face peeking through a gutter like this, and just laugh at him instead of getting scared, he has no chance against you. He's so easy to beat that even a group of kids figured this out in the movie. When they stood together and stopped being scared of this weirdo that lives in the sewer, Pennywise lost all his aura and all his power. But aura's more important, let's be real. And they basically just roasted him to beat him. They made fun of him, they called him Chop, told him he's a joke, and he just deflated like a sad, forgotten birthday balloon. Pennywise is the definition of someone who can dish it out, but can't take it. So if I ever saw Pennywise in public, it's an easy dub. I grew up in Call of Duty lobbies. I know how to take an insult, and I know how to give one. So I guarantee I can make him inflate back into the sky. To be honest, I'm more scared of normal clowns than I am Pennywise, so I give myself a 95% chance of beating him. Let me know in the comments below which horror movie characters you think you could beat, and exactly how you would do it. Also, let me know if there's any other horror movie characters.
Well, chat. Chat.
Hey, boys.
Chat.
Hey, boys.
Make sure you subscribe to these people. Subscribe to both of these people. They're both moderators. Make sure you subscribe. Anyways, that being said, stay happy, healthy, stay beautiful, stay safe. Most importantly, stay yourself. See you on another video. Most importantly, stay yourself. See you on another video. Love ya. Peace. Love ya. Man.